Nurgle feels different from every other force in Warhammer. He isn't rage or ambition or hunger. He's something slower, heavier, and honestly, a little more honest. And the more you look at him, the more you realize Nurgle isn't just rot. He's acceptance. Nurgle is the chaos god of decay and disease, sure. But he's also the god of resilience, of endurance, of the strange comfort that comes from letting go. He represents the truth that everything breaks down eventually. Everything fades. Everything returns to the soil. And instead of fighting that, he embraces it. His followers don't come to him because they want power. They come to him because they're tired, or hurting, or scared. And he's the only one who offers peace instead of pressure. Where the other Chaos Gods demand something, like Khorne with blood, Tzeentch with change, or Slaanesh with perfection, Nurgle just waits. He's patient, he's inedible, and in a weird way, it makes him feel more human than the rest. Even his realm in the warp reflects that. It's not a throne room or a battlefield, it's a garden. A rotten, blooming, overflowing garden where life and death are tangled together in a way that feels strangely peaceful. Nurgle's armies don't look like soldiers. They look like ecosystems. Their armor is cracked and swollen. Their bodies are full of things that shouldn't be alive but somehow are, and their weapons look like they've been left out in the rain for a century. The Death Guard wear their decay like a uniform. Rusted plates, bloated armor, tubes and vents that look like they are barely holding together. And then you look at the Daemons, and they're happy. Nurglings giggle, beasts and Nurgles pounce around like excited pets, and grey unclean ones waddle forward like proud rotting grandparents. It's disgusting, but it's also kind of warm. There is a weird charm to it, like the universe's worst hug. The Death Guard didn't start as monsters. They were shaped by suffering long before chaos ever touched them. Mortarion raised them on toxic worlds where the air itself tried to kill them, teaching them to endure pain without flinching and to walk through poison like it was nothing. When the warp swallowed them during the Horus Heresy, they didn't die quickly. They rotted alive inside their armor, trapped in a nightmare that couldn't escape. And when they finally broke, Nurgle didn't punish them, he comforted them. He took their pain away. He gave them peace. And in return, they became something slow, heavy, and impossible to stop. That's why the Death Guard feel different. They didn't fall because they were greedy or ambitious. They fell because they were desperate. Nurgle's Daemons are honestly the strangest part of this whole deal. They're cheerful, they're playful, they're happy. Nurglings climb all over everything, laughing the whole time. Beasts of Nurgle pounce around like giant rotten puppies who just want attention. And great unclean ones greet their enemies like old friends, smiling through layers of decay. To them, rot isn't a curse, it's a gift. They're not trying to hurt you, they're trying to share what they think is joy. It's horrifying, but also weirdly wholesome. Nurgle's philosophy is simple. Everything ends, and that's okay. He teaches his followers to accept their flaws, their failures, their pain, and their mortality. Nurgle offers something rare, permission to stop fighting. His followers don't fear death because they've already embraced it. They don't fear pain because they learned to live with it. They don't fear change because they know everything eventually returns to the soil. Nurgle is the god of letting go. And that's a terrifying idea, but also a comforting one. There's a quiet beauty in Nurgle's armies. Not the clean, heroic beauty of shining armor, but the beauty of old ruins, overgrown forests, rusted metal, and things that have survived far longer than they should. Their decay isn't a flaw, it's a story, a history, a reminder that even broken things can endure. Nurgle's beauty is the beauty of time, slow, patient, and honest. Under all the corruption, Death Guard are still Space Marines. They still remember their oaths, their brothers, their homeworld, and the father who led them into darkness. They still march in formation, still follow orders, still fight with discipline that hasn't faded in 10,000 years. And the Daemons, for all their horror, still laugh, still play, and still show affection in their own twisted way. Together, they form an army that feels less like a force of destruction and more like a family. Broken, rotten, eternal. Nurgle feels different because he isn't just decay, he's endurance. His followers don't fight to win, they fight because nothing can stop them anymore. In a universe full of rage and ambition, Nurgle offers something rare, peace in the inevitable. And that's why Nurgle's army feels so heavy, so haunting, and so strangely beautiful. I hope you enjoyed this video on Grandfather Nurgle. I really like Nurgle and his side of the Chaos realm with the Death Guard and his Chaos Demons. Because I do think Nurgle has probably my favorite Daemons with the Nurglings, Beasts of Nurgle, Plague Bearers, and Grey Unclean Ones. They're really cool. I'm going to end it here. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, you know what to do. And all I have left to say is, for me, all of this, the rot, the patience, the quiet endurance, led me to one army in particular, but that's a story for another video.